How's it going? This is the AmpliGame AM8PROT dynamic microphone from FIFINE, who sent me this for free to check out so that you can hear what it sounds like and stop watching unboxing videos. This is the raw sound quality out of the box with no post-processing whatsoever for this entire video. I'm currently using the USB output, which I think is sort of the intended use case for most users who are going to end up getting this. I have the volume wheel set to about 95%. That's what I think works best for me, and I'm like maybe 2 inches away from the mic. And this is what it sounds like via the XLR output. I have it plugged into a FIFINE SC8 interface, which is really awesome because since this is a dynamic microphone, it is extremely quiet. It does need a line-in preamp to boost the gain to a usable level for most interfaces. The SC8, however, actually has this functionality built in. It has a condenser and a dynamic mic switch, basically acts as a line-in preamp, boosting the gain on your dynamic microphone to a usable level for the interface. I don't have to deal with any of that. I just flip a switch and it works. That's great. I love it. And it doesn't raise the noise floor at all. It's really good interface for beginners. I would definitely recommend checking it out. So this is my preferred way of using this microphone, but this is really going to come down to just personal preference of how you want your setup to function. Here's what the noise sounds like via USB. Here's what the noise sounds like via XLR. Not bad. As always, sound quality speaks for itself. Here's the specs, you little nerd. Here's the handling noise. Build quality is pretty good. It's all plastic, but none of it feels cheap. It's FIFINE. They make good stuff. I've had nothing but good luck with their gear, so I have no concerns about that at all. So this is a really, really good entry-level beginners streaming, podcasting, or just general content creation mic setup here. The RGB lighting is pretty cool. Comes with sweet light up boom arm that is controllable and customizable. You get all kinds of color options and animation patterns that you can set it to. And so does the microphone itself. It actually has this like really cool reactive visualizer built in so that when you're speaking, the microphone lights up in sync with your voice, and I just think that's really, really cool. This is a dual USB and XLR output, so if you're just getting into content creation and you do not have an audio interface, use it via USB, and then eventually, once you get an audio interface, you don't have to get a new microphone. You can just use the same one you already have. And then you also have a headphone jack for live monitoring as well. Lastly, on the bottom, you get the RGB lighting switch, which will change the colors and animations. You can just turn it off if you want. Same with the boom arm. You can turn the lights off on the boom arm if you don't want them. And then you have the 3-in-1 gain control wheel. Clicking it in will cycle between your 3 volume controls. Of course, you can adjust the microphone gain. In the middle, you have your headphone gain. And at the far left, you have your computer pass-through volume. If you have the AM8 selected as your computer's output, at least speaking for Windows here, you basically have an all-in-one audio pipeline functioning through this mic. You get your microphone, you can monitor yourself, and you can hear everything from your computer's output through the headphones that you have plugged into the mic. So that way, all of your volume controls are all in one spot. I like having things consolidated into one single point. I think my favorite part about this is honestly the windscreen. This thing is beautiful. It's this like velvet material that's so soft. They did not skimp out on the windscreen at all with this. This is a very good value, especially when it comes to like a beginner entry-level kit. If you're wanting to get into content creation and do your first major upgrade to your audio setup, I think that this is a really good choice. Good stuff. Definitely worth checking out. If you want to pick this up for yourself, I have an affiliate link in the description, or you can check out my other videos if this is not the one you want. I also post my original music to this channel and a bunch of other random stuff too. So like, subscribe, and comment, and see ya.